Hi and welcome. My name is Giselle and this is Seasons of Wonder. On this channel, I love sharing the joy of motherhood, homeschooling, and of course, my Christian faith. Today, I am so excited to show you our curriculum for this new upcoming school year. So I welcome you to come along and take a look with me. As I mentioned in a previous video, I did choose the good and the beautiful again for this year. And I have to say I am so happy with this decision. I will explain the reasons why I chose this curriculum again later on in the video. But first I want to show you what I got. So I have here our curriculum. This is the box it came in. So this is the Good and the Beautiful first grade curriculum. So starting off with the basic subjects, language arts and math. So for language arts, the course book looks like this. And it is a shared book, so you don't have like a teacher's manual and the student handbook. You just have one for both. And that's because it is scripted, so you just basically, there is no lesson planning, there is no additional anything, you just open and go. This is one of the reasons why I love this curriculum. It's truly so easy to work with. As you may already know, the Good and the Beautiful is known for having beautiful pictures and illustrations. And as I was looking through this book, I noticed that there's even more illustrations. I feel there are more paintings and just illustrations throughout the book, more than the kindergarten book. So that's just my first impression of it, which I'm really excited about, because I remember when we were doing the lessons, when we would get to a painting to discuss or analyze, observe, we would both get so excited. So I'm so glad that it has more of that. And let me just show you an example. So this is one example. I also noticed that there are different types of paintings, not just like the classical paintings, but like different styles of paintings, which I am glad too that we can explore different styles. Here is another one. And this one is just so beautiful. I will be showing you more of what's inside later on as I do a little flip through of the curriculum. So for language arts, we also got this reading booster B cards. And this is all new to me. We didn't have this in kindergarten. And so looking inside, it's really, really nice. I can already tell my little princess is gonna love this, because she loves things like this that are educational. She loves to be looking through them. Like throughout the day, she'll just pick something up and she'll be looking through them. She'll start copying words on a separate paper. So I already know she's gonna love this one. It focuses on different aspects of spelling and writing and words, and like the composition of words, like just the rules, like for example, words that end in Y. So they have many words that they can look at for each one of those rules. And it also has sight words. It just has a little bit of everything, but again, the focus is on words and sounds and rules and endings, all of that. So it covers a lot. Here is an example. So most of these cards look like this. It's a collection of words that go under a certain theme or there's a title to it, there's a focus for it, and then the words. And so that's how most of these cards look like. And it also came with these Reading Booster B books. And this little box is so adorable. these actually go with the booster beat cards. So whatever they learn on there, this is to reinforce that. But in little books, they can read, and they look like this. Again, the illustrations are so precious. So that is what they look like. So that is all for language arts. And this is the math book, which I have to say I absolutely loved the kindergarten math book. And looking through this one, it looks very similar, which is a good thing. It has lots of games, it's very interactive, and again, beautiful illustrations, aesthetically pleasing, and it covers so much. And that is another reason why I decided to go with this curriculum again, is because at the end of the year, I could truly see how my princess was advancing and just how much she had learned, and also how much the curriculum actually covers. And so that's one of the things that I really love. And so again, this book looks a lot like the kindergarten version, but I'm really excited. I think it's gonna be really nice. So the math book came with this math box. Okay, so the math came with the math box, and I just realized that the little hands on the clock fell apart. I don't know why, because it was stored away. But we're just gonna have to fix that. I think it'll be easy to fix. It's just like a little screw that goes in there, and the hands go on there as well. So I think it'll be easy to fix, but that did happen. I just noticed that. But this is the way it looks like. So there's a clock in the front because she's gonna be learning time. She's already learning to tell time to the hour. So there's gonna be more of that. And inside, it comes with this bag of, I believe these are tangrams. So that's what I think it is. It looks like they're magnetic little dies. And fake money, coins. It has some little boat figures. And also these little clocks. So these materials are used throughout the lessons in different ways. Like I said, it has lots of games and activities for them to do. So these are used throughout the year. And it also came with this little whiteboard. It's double-sided. And that's all for the math. Now for science. And science is new for us this year, which I'm really excited about. I don't know if the science was available for the little ones last year. I'm not sure. But I know I didn't get it. I just had some resources laying around from preschool that I got from Amazon. And so I was using that. But I'm so excited because this year I did get the Good and the Beautiful Science edition for the little ones. Because I know they had, like for the bigger kids, they had something for them, but they didn't. I think that this is fairly recent that they have this one for the little ones. But I'm so excited. It looks so beautiful. I was looking through it, and it's so beautiful. There are so many pictures and stories. And so I'm really excited about this one. Now this one did come separate. There is a parent guide. And this one is for the child. And let me show you some of the pictures that are inside and some of the themes also. So this one, Desert Plants, Masters of Survival. That's what it looks like. one is titled Pesky Mosquitoes, Anthony and His Lizard. So there are so many stories and illustrations in this book. I know she's gonna love it. It covers a lot. It covers so many themes, so many subjects within the subject of science and nature. So I'm really looking forward to this one. And this is the parent's guide. So it has an opening, and it also has a little script, which is really nice. It has discussion questions and optional activities. That is the format of the lessons. And of course, they go with the book of science stories. And I also got her this nature notebook because I've been wanting to document our explorations, our nature study, and I didn't have a notebook, so when I saw this one, I got really excited and I got it. But then I realized that it is for grades 3 to 8. So when I saw it, I wasn't sure if I was going to use it. But I was looking through it, and I think that most of this we can do. She'll probably need a little bit of guidance or help from my part, but that's okay. It looks really exciting to do, and so I will be doing this. So this is the Language Arts course book, Level 1. And let me show you inside. So these are some of the lessons. So let's look at one of the lessons together. So this is lesson 8, and I chose this one because it goes with this beautiful painting. For the lessons, it tells you what items you will be needing. So for this particular lesson, you need 8 index cards, cotton swabs, and watercolor paints. So like I said before, the Good and the Beautiful curriculum is scripted in blue. It gives you the direction. So it says to write these words on index cards. The words are walk, talk, stalk, chalk. So the font that is in black, that is what you are to read to the child. So for example, when the letters A, L, and K are together, they make the sound awk, like in walk. So then it continues on. Again, more of what you are to say to the child. And so for this activity, the child is to use cotton swabs and paint to make tints and shades on the circles according to the labels. So first, it is plain red paint. So they are just to use red watercolor paint. And then for the second, they are to use a lighter color or tint of red. So they need to mix in a little more water to make it lighter. And then a darker shade of red down here at the bottom. So this is red watercolor paint with very little water in order for them to do that. Then for independent practice, they are to write their first and last name. And then they are to fill in the blanks for these sentences. So I really like this lesson because it incorporates a little bit of art into the lesson, which is really nice. So that is just an example of a lesson in the Good and the Beautiful Level 1 book. This is the Math Level 1 book. So let me show you. It has the hundreds charts. writing 1, 2, 3, and 3 order of events. So here it has a little review so that they look back on something that they already learned. And then this is what you are to read to the child. It is in black. It says, today we are going to learn how to spell the numbers 1, 2, and 3. And then it says to go to the YouTube channel and watch the video on writing the numbers 1, 2, and 3, spelling them out. And then they are to write the answer to these addition problems with a number word. So here you are to read to the child again, and it says events happen in a certain order. For example, you have to get out of bed before you can ride your bike in the morning. For each set of images below, determine in which order the events happen. Write 1, 2, or 3 below each picture to show the order in which it happens. So they are to look at the pictures and do that. And then they are to circle one of the answers, one of the word number answers to that math problem. And then they are to write the house numbers for each house on Pine Street. The house numbers skip count by 5s and go in this order: 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So again, I just wanted to mention how beautiful the illustrations are, and I can truly appreciate this, and I know our little ones can appreciate it as well, but the pictures are so precious. And then they are to solve the addition problems by using skip counting. The answer is a house number. Circle whose house belongs to the house number. So that is what they're trying to solve, a little mystery here. And that's it. Great. So that is our Good and Beautiful curriculum for this year for first grade. That's what it looks like. And I have to say, I'm so excited. We're almost done with our kindergarten curriculum. So it's really exciting to start something new. And I'm truly looking forward to it. And as far as the reasons why I decided to get the Good and the Beautiful this year again, they are basically the same reasons why I got it in the first place. So the only difference is that when I first got it, I wasn't sure if it was going to work out. I was just truly hoping that it would. And so, and the reasons then were just what I had heard of it. That I knew that it was aesthetically pleasing, that it was just a very beautiful looking curriculum. And I like that because I think that's important. I think those little details are important. They make everything more interesting to look at, more memorable for the little ones. Just something they can appreciate as we can appreciate those beautiful illustrations and art. And so I wanted to get something that was high quality for her, and I knew that this was a very beautiful curriculum. And I also knew that it integrated a lot of the Charlotte Mason method of education, which I greatly admire, and I am truly learning so much from her, from Charlotte Mason. She was just a wonderful educational philosopher, and I'm reading her books. I'm learning so much from her, and so I know that this curriculum integrates a lot of her knowledge and a lot of her wisdom. So that was a plus for me. And it also integrates a lot of classical education aspects, which I also want to pursue in our homeschooling. I love classical education. That is the route that I want to go in our homeschooling journey. And so that was also a positive. And so overall, I really loved the way it sounded. But after doing it for 1 year, I was able to see actual results. I was able to see my little princess learning and advancing in so many areas. And also the way the curriculum flowed, how it was building upon previous lessons, how it covered so much. And that also helped me make the decision for this year. And finally, I also think that it is a really good idea to do something that you've already done because it's more practical. I already know how to work with this curriculum. I don't have to relearn something. And so I'm already familiar. My little princess is already familiar with this curriculum. So of course, that was a big reason why we decided to go with this curriculum again. And also something that is so important to mention, and this is just something that I believe very strongly, is that we shouldn't place so much pressure or so much emphasis on a curriculum because homeschooling, there's so much more to homeschooling. It's truly a beautiful experience. There is so much freedom. There is so much you can do. I think that the essence of homeschooling is in the everyday life activities and how you interact with your little ones, the atmosphere that you create in your homes. It's truly so beautiful. And so I don't want to place so much emphasis on the curriculum itself. I think it's just there to guide us along and so that they learn just the basic skills that they need, like reading, math, writing. But I think there is so much more to homeschooling, to education. There is so much more. So that is something that I truly believe in my heart. And I always want to share that because I know that some mommies may be stressed out about the curriculum. And I think there's no need for that. Because if something doesn't work out, I think that there's always something we can do to solve problems, to make adjustments, or add on to what we're already doing, to reinforce what they're learning. There are so many options. There's so much we can do. And I just think that we shouldn't worry so much about that step, that particular step of choosing a curriculum. I think that it shouldn't cause us so much anxiety and stress. I think the most important thing is to get started and to go from there. There is always a way to solve those problems that may arise. There's always something we can do. And so I also wanted to mention that. And finally, I wanted to ask you, have you already chosen a curriculum for this new upcoming year? What is your process for choosing a curriculum? And have you chosen a curriculum for this new upcoming year? I would love to know. I love getting to know you and I love reading your comments. It truly makes my day. And so I hope to hear from you down in the comments. And thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate it. It means so much to me. And I hope that this video was helpful and that you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for staying with me. And I do hope to see you again in the next video.